On our Newsmaker line is the president of the North Dakota Board of Higher Education, Kathy Neset. Kathy, welcome back. How are you?
Good morning, Scott. I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Doing very well, other than it being a little smoky in Montana, but we'll get through it. We don't have to play the game. We just get to watch it, so it's pretty easy, actually. But I do want to talk with you a little bit about this decision today by President Kelly. How involved has the Board of Higher Education board been in the process of deciding what the University of North Dakota will have for a team name?
You know, we've been in, obviously, as the board was involved over the years with the process, retiring the Fighting Sioux name. Now the board is moderately involved with the new naming, and I respect President Kelly's words and decisions, and we'll continue to visit and talk through this process. It's very important, Scott.
The news today is obviously that despite some concerns about how the committee process played out, expressed by members of the committee themselves, which obviously prompted President Kelly to say, I'm going to listen to this and reconsider whether North Dakota ought to be an option. And then the recent student vote, which had like 68% of students in a student government poll voting for the preference that North Dakota be considered an option, that President Kelly announcing today that that's not going to be the case. Is that something that you were aware of, or the board was aware of before the decision was made to remove North Dakota as an option?
Scott, we were not aware per se. I have spoken with President Kelly about this, and he has his reasons and understandings on what is the impact moving forward. I wish you and I were sitting here talking about tuition rates and lowering student debt and these types of issues rather than monikers. But to be quite honest with you, this is important as well. This is the face of our one of our 11 premier universities here. So I'm glad that we're having this discussion, and I say what we should do is we should revisit this quickly, soon, and just get another good take on what does look for the future of UND as far as a namesake. And these types of things are important as well. So I think, once again, yes, your question was, did we speak about this? Yes, we have spoken about it. I look forward to continuing this discussion, but also wrapping this up quickly and moving forward.
Yeah, I hear you. When you say we should revisit this, are you saying specifically you think the Board of Higher Ed deserves to have a say on this before any vote takes place?
I think that the entities that are involved in this should have another quick look through this, and that being the students, the staff, the faculty, the alumni. The foundation is integral to this whole system, as is the entire university. And I say yes, and the Board of Higher Education. This is our, like I said, we are in North Dakota front and center in the nation on so many things with ag and energy and our education system that we need to get this right. I'm thrilled that we can have this discussion. We have a great chancellor and, a lot of new board members, and I say we make one more, look at this and visit with everybody and come to a decision. And yes, President Kelly has some good, viable reasons why he made the decision he has. Let's just talk through this once more and get it right.
Yeah, very good point, to get it right. Only for this reason, no matter where you're at on this issue, to go through the process and again have it be controversial, i.e. the quote from members of the committee, his own committee, saying the process was tainted because of threats of if we add North Dakota in, then guess what, folks, he might disband the committee. So that was strange and obviously a concern to many. And then separately, the students voting and overwhelmingly saying add it and it not being included. So, if you're looking to be ignoring the alumni and the students and have a tainted process, you're going to have people upset no matter what the name is. And that's not good, because I assume what you want to do and what everybody wants to do is have everybody, to the degree possible on the same page going forward with a new name so this controversy can end, right?
Absolutely. Let's take one more look at it. Let's get this resolved. It's important. It, in my book, is not the most important thing. My most important thing is let's get the costs, visited. Let's get our tuition taken care of. Let's get our student debt taken care of, and keep ourselves focused on what the mission of these colleges and universities are. However, UND is front and center in this nation, and right now we need to get this right, and they need to have some sort of ownership, some sort of some sort of identity, and that's exactly what the committee is trying to do. I admire the work they've done, Scott. I think we take one more visit at this. We respect President Kelly's decision. I know that he has great reasons for, moving in the direction, and I just say that, yes, we as a board, State Board of Higher Ed, continue to work with the committee and get this resolved soon so we can move on to the business of education.
Makes good sense. Texter says, don't forget the taxpayers whose dollars keep the place open. We want to say, too. So, of course, obviously a lot of alumni in that group. But, yeah, you bet.
Absolutely. And our alumni, foundation is just absolutely marvelous. They are just front and center, with all the work that they do. And I'm so pleased to work with Deanna on that. So I agree. This is taxpayer money. This is time that we need to resolve this, get everybody on board. I think it's been visited and revisited enough.